Hello everyone and welcome to F1 Feeder Series Roundup. In this series we're going to analyse all the way from F2 down to British F4 to understand how these drivers are coming through, what the news is, who's leading the series, just a brief roundup and a summary of these series that lead drivers into F1. So let's start bottom of the pile, I think, with Formula 1 Academy. Abby Pulling extends her lead in the championship, having won 4 of the 6 races this season, getting second places in the others. She looks really far better than the rest, with only Doriane Pin and Chloe Chambers close to competing with the aforementioned Pulling. It seems all but sealed that Pulling will be offered a fully funded seat into Formula Regional next year, following the footsteps of Marta Garcia. It'll be interesting to see if any of the other Formula Regional European teams take on the option to get a confirmed 4th seat after even the second or third place finisher in F1 Academy, which will either be likely Chloe Chambers or Doriane Pin mentioned before. The youngest 4 drivers of the series, all 17 or 18, Hausman, Block, Lovenfos, Nobles, have all scored points so far, but remain in the bottom half of the championship, as the 20 to 22 year olds continue to dominate the field. It's still a good experience nonetheless, and will pay off given the maximum 2 years in the series for any driver. So next year, these younger drivers might come through and show their speed. In British F4 next, we have 17-year-old Declan Fairclough currently leads the standings in British F4 so far, with Alex Ninovich from Down Under, the only competitor, still with a likely chance of winning the championship. Both drivers will be looking to get promoted to either GB3 or Formula Regional next year. GB3 seems a more likely option, with both drivers representing either Hitech or Roden. Abby Pulling, the current leader of our Formula Academy, is 6th in the championship, so she's doing quite well. In Italian F4, Brady Slater has won 7 of the 9 races in Italian F4 so far, as he looks better than the rest during his first year in cars. He has interesting options to consider the next few months as he ponders whether to accept the plethora of F1 Academy offers, whether to skip Formula Regional, head straight to F3, or maybe even trying to skip F3 completely and do an Antonelli and go straight into Formula 2. My bet will be he would stick to Formula Regional in a series where he can likely get enough super points or super license points to earn himself a super license, and then kind of go into F2 and F3 with an ease, where he doesn't have the stress of trying to do well to get those points. The only other driver to win a race is Hiyu Yamashikoshi, who is in 2nd in the championship and seems to have a driver that will be willing to take the step up to Formula Regional next year. Mercedes Junior, Alex Powell, he sits in 3rd and is doing very well as he's a year or 2 younger than the guys above him. Mercedes, we're probably hoping to maintain his development steady over the next few years, as they're not in a rush at all trying to get him into F1 with Antonelli and Russell filling those seats in 2025. So they can kind of ease them through Formula Regional, then F3, then F2. Maybe they can do Antonelli as well as F3, give it a kind of a rough championship if you're not with a Prema team. Then we have Formula Regional European, and we have Rafael Camara from Brazil, and he has done so well so far, notching out 4 wins from 8 races as he leads the championship by 48 points. He does have 2 years on the next 6 drivers in the championship, so that is to be expected, but nonetheless, he's there and ready for his step up to Formula 3 next year. Tuka Toponen has also lived up to his Italian F4 hype, as he is 2nd in the championship, with Ferrari looking to promote him into an F3 seat next year. However, maybe not with Prema, as they might be full considering the kind of options they have in Formula Regional this year, like James Wharton and the previously mentioned Camara, both with them. Badua, Gusti, Galtier, Wharton and Stromstead also have all done well, occupying positions down to 7th, and will be hoping to maintain performance to get an F3 seat next year. The 3 drivers who will be hoping to do better in the second half of the season are Theo Farnell, who is expected to do much better coming off the back of winning Spanish F4 in 2023. McLaren's Ugo Ugochukwu, who was juggling the series and also the first 3 rounds of GB3. I think that might be a little bit too much. I think there might have been a little bit too much for him to do this year, and is currently down in way down the order in the championship after getting 2nd place in Italian F4 this year. So it's a step down for Ugochukwu. Maybe he's spreading himself too thin. F1 Academy's winner from 2023, Marta Garcia, she's not done very well. She hasn't gotten above 20th so far and has yet to score a point, so she needs to improve. In GB3, it's a 4-horse race for the title, with British F4 champion Louis Sharp currently leading by 2 points. He looks F3 caliber, however, given Robin's performance in F3 so far this year, it'll be interesting to see if he switches allegiances to another better performing team. William McIntyre is in second for High Tech, with his teammate Kimik Kushk close behind. John Bennett, a 3-year veteran of the series, is surprisingly in 4th place with a larger gap down to 5th. Expect to see High Tech and Rodin rotate the F3 roster with some of these drivers next year as they kind of move some drivers on either to F2 or out and bring in these performing young guys. In F3, it's still anyone's game for the championship, with 30 points separating the top 7 drivers. Beyond that, it is another 30-point jump to 8th. So consider those drivers out of the championship fight. Luke Browning, the oldest driver in the championship by at least 2 years, leads the series with a strong pack of drivers after him, starting with Mini, Fornaroli, then Beganovic, Mansell, Lindblad, and then Goth. All of these drivers look sharp and could definitely get promoted to F2 next season, regardless of if they manage to clutch the title in the last 4 rounds of the championship. Notably, Arvid Lindblad is keeping pace with the front pack, despite being younger than all the drivers around him by 3 years, which is highly impressive, and you can see why Red Bull rate him so highly. Elsewhere, other Red Bull drivers like Montoya and Sutska have struggled, with Red Bull dropping their sponsorship from the latter. McLaren's juniors, Alex Dunn and Matenia Stenshorn, have been okay so far, despite being mid-table, and so has Alpine's Slolov. In F2, a rookie, Franco Colapinto, has just been rewarded for his fine form with an FP1 stint at Williams for Silverstone. It has been another rookie, Paul Aaron, who has been the best of the bunch. He has shown amazing consistency over the season by not only not scoring points at 1 out of 14 races. Arguably, Hadger might be a little bit faster pace-wise at times, but it's also had some luck, some bad luck, and a little bit of inconsistency, so makes him have to settle for second in the championship for now. Bortoletto, another rookie, seems superb and will be hassling McLaren for an F1 seat in the near future. Zane Maloney has dropped down the order after starting the season really well, getting 2 wins in the first 2 races, and it will be putting less pressure on Sauber to give him a seat in any regard. Other kind of strugglers is the Premier guys, Antonelli and Bannon, who have both struggled. I think they'll be disappointed, both in themselves and the team. The team seems really weak, as it's weird to see both of these guys, who are highly rated, do so poorly. There are some issues which are more personal problems than car problems that also have to be addressed, but in general, you also have to acknowledge the car problems. It does not appear that any of these drivers outside of these 2 premiers of Antonelli and Bannerman are in the kind of talks of an F1 seat, but given the kind of velocity that F1 talks for a seat go, that might change in the near future. I could see a team like Williams go in for a driver like Aaron. So keep up, keep your ear to the floor. I'll let you know if it's happening. Thank you for watching so much. Please subscribe, try to reach 1,500 subscribers. Thanks for watching. Peace.